What is going on, guys? Liz over here at Pondering Creations Farm. Welcome back to my channel. We are hanging out at the farm today. I was going to take you guys around a little bit of day in the life video. We're going to do some farm chores and some homestead pantry chores in the house. And I thought I would take you guys right along with us. So let's head out. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you to Pondering Creations. We are actually an aquatic plant and fish farm, and this is our 4th year, now that it's January, that we've been homesteading. And we are currently, for the month of January, we are doing a pantry challenge with no grocery shopping whatsoever. And so far it's been going really good. I'm super excited how creative we've been getting in the kitchen. So let's go feed some animals. Okay guys, first up is the chickens. Normally they would already be outside, but their remote door isn't working. So we're gonna have to figure out what is broken about it. But what's up, guys? I threw some feed on the ground for them outside. Refreshed this water container for them inside just because I do have this one who doesn't go out. Refilled their feed and grabbed all the eggs, which I am surprised to announce that we have 8 eggs today. So, Mr. Fluff, what do you think about that? Everybody's laying more. That's awesome. Next up is the sheep. When it comes down to the animals, we try to set them up for 3 to 4 days at a time. So they got 2 bales of hay yesterday. So all I'm going to do today is give them a little bit of this pelletized food and just check on their hay and check on them. We just put this door up for them, and it's nice to see that they taught themselves how to use it. It looks like they just run through.
All right, my turn. Oh, let me in, honey. Let me in. Ooh, it is nice and toasty in here.
Some of these girls are pregnant, and we're gonna actually portion this side of the barn off for when they do have their babies. This will be the side that the creek feeder is on. But it's actually super warm in here. And look at their view. They actually have a nice river view. Let's go take a look at it. What's up, sweetheart? Are you getting a drink from here? That's so cute. I've never seen you do that. You girls enjoying your Christmas tree? Thanks to everyone in town who is donating their Christmas trees for the animals. The goats love them a lot. The sheep, they nibble them here and there. Still something green for them to enjoy. So the turkeys also have their water heater, which has been awesome. And while I used to free range them, now that it's winter, because there's not much food available, they have been going too far to our neighbors and on top of our roof. And they're just getting a little mischievous, so we kind of have the turkeys on lockdown. Enjoy your breakfast, Hercules. You're beautiful. You probably saw my last video where we did the pantry tour, and then I just did a short about harvesting everything in these gardens. But I'm actually going to pick a little bit more for the chickens and the turkeys. All right, so I broke up a pumpkin for them and gave them some lettuce. Enjoy that, guys. And last but not least, the goats. The goats have been loving their Christmas trees. And I'm not supplementing them this winter. They're all boys, and I've always supplemented them for winters in the past, but we've had a seriously mild winter, and they're just eating their hay, and I don't see that their bodies have gotten skinnier at all. So I'm just gonna go with it. If I do need to buy them some alfalfa later in the season, I can do that. But they look great. You're super cute. Outdoor chores aren't the only thing that needs to get done on the homestead. we are gonna actually take care of the sourdough starter. I'm gonna make myself some tea because you can hear I'm not feeling that well. I'm gonna take my fermented garlic and honey, and I just put a piece of bread in for myself. So I'm gonna take care of myself here. And then there are a couple more projects we have to do today. I'm actually gonna use bee balm. It's good for my chest. I'm gonna put some bee pollen in it, and then I'm gonna use up this chamomile. And then last year I made an herb sugar. So this has like lemon balm and mint and all kinds of stuff. Tea's done, and I gotta grab the sourdough. All right, next up is for me to take care of my sourdough starter. So this, I'm gonna add a half a cup of flour and like a 1/4 to a 1/3 cup of water and get this mixed up after I reduce it by half. And I'm gonna put the discard in here so that I can make something with it. Pour my tea. The bee balm makes it such a pretty color. Here's to a nice farm breakfast with some zucchini blueberry bread. These blueberries were from the farmer's market. They were from a local farm, and I bought a ton of them. Next up for me today is dinner. In case I lose energy, I know I'll at least have dinner going. So I'm gonna cut up this onion and get these ribs on. These are from our last cut of meat that we have from our pig from last year. So cutting up this onion, and I just wanted to say we have a bag that we keep in the freezer that when we are making stock or a soup, we can just grab this, and it's making us not have any waste. The thing I do when I'm making something in a slow cook is I go to the refrigerator and I see what I have that we've preserved that needs to get used up. And I have a salsa here that I'm gonna use. This hot sauce that nobody's been eating is a fermented hot sauce, so that'll be really good in here. And then this is a little bit of apple and onion that we use that I'm just gonna throw in there, just because it's a tiny amount. Next up is the rub that we made on our own. This was an old chopped onion thing, and I just reused it and made our own rub in it. Okay, next into the oven they go. I'm gonna actually leave them uncovered for an hour till everything gets nice and hot in the 300-degree oven, and then I'm gonna move them down. And it is in the oven. And guys, if you like our aga, you can go over to TikTok and check it out. It's blowing up over there, so I just posted some videos about it. Next up is our sprouting project, and I actually have a sprouting lid. I like this one because it's all plastic, because this has water. We actually made this out of a piece of screen when we first started, and it did get a little rusty, so I invested in some of these. And I actually do have them in my store if you are local. Here we have some, when you're buying seeds for sprouting, you have to make sure they're sprouting seeds. I'm gonna actually do these in a jar, and I'm gonna use this as a wide mouth, which I prefer because when you're trying to get them out, it's just much easier. On day 1, all you do is fill it up with water and let it sit. Day 2, you're gonna rinse it and then refill it back up. And then I'm actually gonna link my video here that just has all the different days so you guys can check it out if you're interested in sprouting. All right, next up is get this refrigerator loaded with some food because it is looking pretty barren right now. So I gotta get some meat to get defrosted. Okay, so for this weekend, I took out some wings from our birds we just did and some drumsticks. And we'll do some grilled wings with our hot sauce. It'll be delish. And then I had taken out the last of our lamb steaks. This pantry challenge is really getting us through some of our older stuff. So we're about to process some new lamb. And I've got these lamb steaks. It's the last of the last batch. And I took out some venison steaks, and we'll do like steak sandwiches. While I'm cleaning up, I just wanted to mention my reusable paper towels that we got, and I absolutely love them. They come in so handy, and they definitely keep me from using paper towels all the time. And from my tea, I'm actually going to give this to the chickens too. So once again, the chickens make out. I just checked on the ribs and they're doing fine. Next up for this mama before I pick my kids up from school is some downtime. While I'm sitting chilling for a minute, I am figuring out a recipe for tonight, and I just decided I'm going to do these sourdough flatbreads. I started using a different recipe because this one doesn't call for yeast, and actually I'm going to substitute some pumpkin for some of that milk. Just wanted to get a picture of what that dough turned out to look like, and this will be flatbreads for tomorrow. Next up is dinner for these guys, and then that is it. We are done for our chores for today. I ended up putting my phone down for a little bit, and I had some kids going to the ski area, so I'm really glad I got those ribs started when I did today. But thanks for joining us today on the farm. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you guys on the next one.